On this cold night, we're going to be making family favorite of mine. It's Bacon Cheeseburger Soup. We're going to be doing it outside on a Dutch oven. We'll bring you all the action here right now. One caveat, when I say a cold night, it's still cold, 55, 60 degrees. I know I'm in shorts and flip-flops. I'm always in shorts and flip-flops. This is my attire. Josh, on the other hand, is in full winter gear.
It's cold out here, guys.
It's not that cold. Anyways, tonight, it's a real simple recipe. Anybody can make it, very simple. You're gonna need some seasonal salt. You're gonna need some garlic salt, some coarse black pepper, an onion, a half a block of velveta cheese, 1 pound of bacon, 1 package of Southern style hash browns, some rotel, or since they were out of rotel at the store, we got the red gold, same thing. And basically what we're gonna do to start off with is we're gonna get the Dutch oven on the outdoor burner. We're gonna get that bacon in there, cut up real small bite-sized pieces. You're gonna cook it about 3/4 through. Same thing we do on a lot of our recipes. You're gonna get the bacon started to kind of grease the pan. You're gonna put in the onions, and then next thing goes in are gonna be the hash browns. So we'll get started here chopping the bacon. So we got the fire going now. We'll get this Dutch oven hot, and we'll start frying up this bacon. Alright, now while that's working, last ingredient I forgot, chicken broth. Chop our onion. And as they start to get soft and separate, they'll start coming apart easy as well. Now you just want to go in and throw your potatoes in, because they're pretty much frozen. And this will kind of start getting them steamed and separated and softened up. What that does is that helps as those potatoes will start softening up, they'll start sucking up that flavor, that bacon and that onion in there. So then every couple of minutes you just want to give her a good stir. Potatoes are really starting to soften up. So those potatoes will soften up and they'll become a little bit like a paste almost, and that's okay. It's a soup. Remember, we're going to add a lot of liquid to it. Hamburger meat, cheese. It's going to be just checking it every so now and then, stirring it. You can really start to smell the bacon and the onions working together here. Just start browning up. Remember, it's soup, right? So you don't want anything in there super crunchy. Go ahead and throw in the hamburger meat. What the hamburger meat's going to do, it's going to add a natural liquid or not grease to the potatoes and everything. Another thing the hamburger meat does for you is that you know it's done because it gets brown, right? So as it goes through there, you'll know everything's cooking together. We add the hamburger meat. You'll see it now, it's boiling off the juices, getting browned up together. That's what you're looking for. So now we're going to go ahead and season the meat. We'll start with the garlic salt. I'm going to set you back here so you can see better. Trying to self-film here. Videographer studying. So, garlic salt, and remember this is soup, right? So you're going to want to put a healthy amount. If I was guessing, probably a teaspoon a tablespoon rather, probably a tablespoon of garlic salt. We'll put a tablespoon of, maybe 2 tablespoons of seasoned all salt. Probably 2 tablespoons of black pepper, coarse black pepper. And as you can see, Daisy says it smells good. Alright, so really all you're doing now is you're just stirring every 4 or 5 minutes. It's browning up nicely. The cameraman will bring the camera over here.
Oh, that smells freaking amazing.
You hear the peanut gallery in the back? he just got a whip of it. The meat's doing what it's supposed to. We'll try to get you some light here in a minute. You're not going to be able to see this soon. But it's doing what it's supposed to. It's just browning. It's boiling. Coming together just nicely. So you just want to keep that stirred every 4 or 5 minutes, like I said. It takes a little bit of time. This is not a real fast one. If you're cooking it inside, of course, you can do it all day long if you want to in a crock pot. If you want to start it in the morning and just let it cook all day, you can. I don't prefer that way. I'm not a big crock pot guy. Matter of fact, other than melting Velveeta cheese for dip, I don't really use the crock pot for anything. A lot of people do, I don't. But you can cook it in a couple of hours on the stove too, doing the same thing as I'm doing. I'm just doing it outside because it's such a beautiful, chilly fall day here in Southeast Texas. We like to be outside. We got the TV out here. We're watching the game. We got some cold beverages, so this is how we like to do it. Anyways, I'm gonna pull out my light so you have some good light here in a minute. We'll run out of daylight in this video, but we'll do a little daylight to dark transition. All right, so I'm gonna give you some light here. You can come over and see we're ready to. You can see it's turned that brownish gray look. It's got a nice boil. So we're ready to go ahead and throw in the cheese and the rotel, so that cheese will melt down inside of this as well, and then the rotel as well will incorporate with all that. And that's Josh and Daisy in the background. So basically all we're doing is we're cubed that Velveeta, and that's exactly a half a block. I used a half a block for another thing, so it came out perfectly. You can put a whole block if you want to, depending on how cheesy you like it. You can also throw in some shredded cheese, some shredded cheddar cheese, kind of whatever you want to. I use the Velveeta because it gets liquidy. All right, so anyway, so you got the cubes in, now you're just going to stir it around. Of course, it's going to melt, become liquidy, and that's what you're looking for. Let it cook. So as you can see, it's becoming a nice liquid there, nice cheesy mix. So at this stage, just pour in the chicken broth. Now I don't like, you can use beef broth, but I don't prefer it with beef broth. I really like it better with chicken broth, so that's why we use chicken broth. How much you got, that quarter?
Well, half.
That's about half of a box of chicken broth. And as you can see, it's about a nice liquidy consistency, and it's going to thicken up just a little bit more. And we may have to add a little bit more chicken broth. We'll start right there at a half, and we'll let it boil and incorporate. And we'll be back. So right here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to turn that fire down quite a bit to just like a simmer, because you're basically bringing it to a low boil, a simmer, and let it incorporate. All right, so this is getting real close to being ready to eat here. As you can see, it's steaming pretty good, pretty hot. I'm gonna give her a little taste test here.
So warm your soul.
It does. It's so good. On a cold night, a good hot bowl of cheeseburger soup. Bacon cheeseburger soup. It's just what the doctor ordered. So really at this point here, the video is kind of over. That's bacon cheeseburger soup in a nutshell. Super simple, very warming, very hearty for everybody. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more recipes. We've got a recipe every Sunday coming out for you, something new that we cook here at the family.